Now, here's your Farm and Ranch Report from the Montana Ag Network.
Welcome back for today's Farm and Ranch News. And today finds us in Billings, Montana at the mid-year meeting of the Montana Stock Growers Association. And ranchers from across the state are gathered here looking at policy and setting policy to help the state's #1 industry in the livestock sector have a bright future. And joining us all the way from Washington, D.C. today is the Vice President of Government Affairs for the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, Ethan Lane. And Ethan, you've been traveling across northern Wyoming and Montana over the last week plus, meeting with producers that are NCBA members, that aren't NCBA members, talking about multiple things. How are those interactions going, boots on the ground?
You know, this has been about the best use of 10 days that I think I've had this year, quite honestly. After 6 to 7 months of being cooped up in Washington, it's been really productive to get out in the country, have some conversations with producers, and really hear their feedback about kind of what we're doing right, what we're getting right in Washington, what we're getting wrong, how they're seeing these issues play out on the ground, because, you know, what's happening in one county and with one group of producers can be fundamentally different from what we hear one county or two counties over, not to mention south of the border there in Wyoming versus here in Montana. So getting that diversity of opinions and aggregating those into policy that makes sense is really at the core of NCBA's grassroots process. You know, it's what we've seen play out this summer at our live cattle marketing 7-hour meeting in Denver and our other policy committees as well. That's really at the heart of what we do. It's getting that feedback from coast to coast in the cattle business and finding some common ground there, because that's how we make an impact in Washington. You know, when all of us are speaking with one voice. So getting those opinions directly from the horse's mouth, so to speak, has been really helpful.
Well, Ethan, there's a lot of issues. I know a lot of producers are really focused on price discovery and the cattle markets, and Fred Wacker really got into depth on that. But when we come back, I want to talk about some of those other issues that NCBA is working on for livestock producers. We'll be right back.